YT family, how are you? How are you? It's your boy ELI, uh, coming to you with another video. Uh, Shout out to the creative natives out there. Um, yeah, man. Today I just wanted to drop a little quick video, man. I want to speak about something that's very, very important, extremely important, actually. Um, Something that I feel like a lot of people don't speak about, but I definitely want to bring some things to the forefront. Respect is everything, bro. Respect is everything. It's so important that when you lose it, it's almost impossible to get it back. Um, Through my life, I struggled with it. I struggled with not just getting respect of women, but getting respect of my peers, getting the respect of my family, my parents, um, and honestly, what I really noticed is that the respect was only gained once I started to respect myself, right? Because if you don't have respect for yourself, no one will respect you, right? No one. And we see those type people. We see those people who don't get respect. Period. Whether it be the nerd or the guy, the intelligent guy, the guy who's not as physically gifted genetically, or whether it be the out of shape person, who doesn't gets laughed at the pool for wearing shirts, or um, whether it be anything, anybody, anything that's out of the norm, that society doesn't see as worth respect. People who unfortunately have those things, which majority of those things are changeable, but some things aren't. Uh, the respect has to come from with themselves, right? Because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to test you in life. Even when you become red pill, even when you call yourself alpha, and even when, whatever you call yourself, or whatever, the self improvement journey is a life journey. Uh, it's not something that you do for a few months to a year, or to 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, and all of a sudden your problems are gone. I consider myself red pill. I consider myself a self improved man, or a self made man. I still have issues every day. The shit don't ever stop. But what I do notice is that once I started demanding people's respect right away, that's when everything changed. Not just with women, but with my family, with my friends, with my peers, with my coworkers, with my boss, whatever. Once I started to demand respect in myself, right? Because it has to. It's more internal than it is external. You have to believe yourself worthy of respect. You have to have law in yourself. Cause see, this is what semen retention, going to the gym, uh, affirming things in your life. This is what this comes from. It comes from learning to have respect for yourself, right? So I had to ask myself, if I respect myself, why would I just give my seed away? If I have respect for myself, why would I let any girl, regardless of how attractive she is, why would I let any girl run over me and tell me, you know, things that were, what I'm saying, not cool, or things that I was not really happy with, or whatever? Why, if I respect myself, why would I let my parents down talk my dreams because they want me to go to school, or they want me to do this job, or they want me to do that job? You know what I mean? Why? At what point will it get to the point to where you're like, man, you know what? I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. I respect myself, and if anyone disrespects me, I'm either A, avoiding this relationship, getting out of this relationship, or B, there's going to be some fucking consequences. Now, I'm not trying to say, um, go out here and hurt people, or do. And if you need to, you need to, right? This is. I'm not trying to say avoid confrontation and avoid physical consequence in any scenario, but I am trying to say that you don't want to eliminate the possibility that it can get to that, right? Like even especially as a man, because men fight all the time, especially when they're younger. If you were raised in the inner city or even lived in the inner city for a little bit, you know that fighting is a normal thing there. I mean, that's just the truth. Maybe in the suburbs it's different. I mean, when I was in high school, I didn't get to the suburbs until I was in high school. A little bit of middle school, but high school. And I realized that I wasn't not even fighting, but I wasn't being confronted on a daily basis in the suburbs, which I do realize, especially as a man. I just wasn't confronted. I think me being athletic definitely did help, but I just didn't really, I never really got confronted as often. Women rarely fight. That's just true. A lot of girls have never been in fights, right? Even I mean, never. Not even sibling fights. Not even altercations with their parents. Like they never have been in the point to where they had to physically defend themselves. And I think it's interesting. I'm not going to judge it, but to me, that's just what I see. A lot of times when I'm talking to women, I'm like, "Yeah, you ever been in a fight?" And they're like, "No, why would I fight?" It's like not even in their mind that they have. It's not even in their mind that they might need to. But and I think partially because usually they can just call someone and that'll be handled for them. But that's a different video. But respect has to be gained, and it has to be established early in a relationship or any relationship you're in, whether it be sexual, whether it be marriage, whether it be just a casual relationship that you're in, or a friendship, whatever. Someone has to understand that you are to be respected, and you won't tolerate anything less than that, right? Now, does that necessarily mean that you have to snap at every situation that you feel uncomfortable? Because I know a lot of people do, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything, and that doesn't mean you have to always react violently. But it's better to establish the relationship as respect for respect early than to try to gain it later, and then now it either you lose the whole relationship, or the relationship just completely turns toxic, and now y'all fighting, domestic violence cases. That you don't want that. You want to establish the relationship to be respectful between mutual, because you respecting them too, and you want to respect them to respect you, and that has to come internally. And once it gets to that point, now you can love people. See, a lot of people want love so much that they forget that you have to respect somebody first to love somebody. You cannot love someone but disrespect them at the same time. It's just not possible, right? So establish that respect factor, especially as a man. Respect yourself. Respect yourself first. Fuck everybody else. Respect yourself first. Put yourself first, and then that's when the right people will be around you, the people who respect you, and that's the people who you could properly love. Shout out to your boy Eli. Thank you for watching another video. Got more coming soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's good. Holla at your G.